Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Sohum Reactions. Today's request is from James, who wants us to check out some more Fish. That's Fish of the rock band Marillion, if you guys know. I'm expecting a lot of creativity today in terms of the songwriting, in terms of the vocal performance and melodies, and even what the songs just are about, because it seems like Fish pays quite a bit of attention to his song craft and the story he tries to kind of convey within a given song or across an entire record. And just so you guys know, we're going to be listening to a bunch of Fish and Marillion upcoming. So if you happen to be new to the channel and would like to check out and follow my Fish journey, please hit that subscribe button. But like I said, thank you once again to James for making this reaction request. But now, my friends, let's jump into it. We're going to start with Favorite Stranger. This is the 1995 re-recording with Sam Brown. I like the colorfulness in this album. That's some natural harmonics right there. Natural harmonics with some nice dark ambient heaviness around us. Like, why do I even talk, man? Listen to this craziness. Just an explosion of energy. No one's predicting that. Guitar is gorgeous, so melodic. All the beautiful chimes around, heavy, lush atmosphere. Dual, you got dual. Already, I am convinced by this song's epicness. What am I reminded of?
Sometimes I feel a lot something, ain't gaining everything, but I can't put my finger on what it was. It's just one of those nagging feelings, like sitting with your back to an open door.
You hear the bass underneath? It's subtle. Like, that is such an ominous direction to go melodically.
A favorite stranger.
Distant, distorted.
I find it hard to talk about. It's not as easy as you might expect.
This may come across as a weird comment, but why am I reminded of Rush right now? Specifically, I'm reminded of the 2112 record, if you guys know, that whole anthology of songs. Bit of Rush and a bit of Van Morrison, which definitely was not on my bingo card.
It's not as easy as you might expect. Just sitting here waiting.
This is wild.
Trying to accept that there's something missing. That there's something not
You heard the keys right there?
And that's why you're sitting here, listening to me as I try to explain. You're my favorite stranger.
And Porcupine Tree.
Between the lines, I could say that I love you, like this moment in passing time. I could honestly tell you, I don't know why I'm here, sharing all my problems with you. And
heard the... Oh, there's so much in there. I don't know how I'm going to get through this because there's so much epicness, but did you hear how the electric guitar obviously soared, pierced above the glass ceiling in this track, but then right behind it, there was that same melody getting emulated in some kind of synth instrument that I'm not as specifically sure of, but let's hear it again, dude. Right there. Has this exotic feel to it. I love this. I love this.
You're my favorite stranger. They don't read between the lines. I could say that I love you at this moment in passing time. I can honestly tell you I don't know why I'm here, sharing all my problems with you, and you've already got your own share. Sometimes I know
There's a cool thing happening in the scale here, and I'm going to try my best to point it out, but if you guys know anything about music theory, the minor scale, it will be the flat 3 and flat, I believe, 6 and 7 typically. There is an interesting thing that happens when you play the sharp of the 4. So I don't know if you'll be able to hear this. I will try to play it on my piano, and what we'll do is we'll use C minor as an example. So that's the key of C minor, and we'll just play all the notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And what's not present is the sharp 4. But what happens when you do sharp 4, and you can justify the sharp 4 decision with a major chord. So watch what happens if you do C minor and then you go D major. But that's not part of C minor scale. So it's an interesting movement. It almost has this like James Bondy kind of feel to it. There's a few songs I could give as an example that follow that kind of progression. One would be by a prog band named Caligula's Horse. There's a song Storm Chaser. You'd have to listen to the final kind of refrain to find that movement specifically. I believe the chords go from like the minor 1 to the major 6. Then somehow, some way we find ourselves on that sharp 4 scale degree on D major. It's interesting, man. I'll try to point it out here, but just know that it's cool.
sharing all my problems with you, and you've already got your own share. Sometimes I know I lost everything in gaining something, but I can't put my finger on what it was. It's just a nagging feeling, like sitting with your back to an open door.
I love it. It's like so melodically ambiguous at times. You don't even know where your root note is.
Expecting favorite strangers. Favorite stranger. Favorite strangers.
Now I'm getting reminded of Deep Purple, Perfect Stranger.
You are one of my favorite strangers.
And I've been loving the female vocals, the harmonies from earlier, then the layering here.
Just a favorite stranger.
Almost sounds like Alanis Morissette.
Favorite stranger.
Has a spiritual feel to it now. Imagine a sitar entered this. Imagine Van Morrison took it over fully. Wow, dude, this is gorgeous, dude. I love the creativity. So these vocals are just emerging out of the steam. It's too cool. It's really too cool. I don't even know where we go from here. I guess it's a fade out. Beautiful vocalizing. Did I mention how cool the shimmers were throughout against this acoustic melody? Fish is a very textural artist. Yeah, there's many things to appreciate about everything that we just heard there, and I don't think I even got to the lyrics, so I feel like I would like to center the bulk of my post-reaction to Favorite Stranger on at least my understanding of this song, and more so what I take away from a song about a favorite stranger. It's interesting, you know, I feel like I can think about this in two ways, and I'll just try to generalize across both. But the first way is, don't you guys like have those experiences where like you're having a night out, or you just are in like a social setting, getting to know some people, and you find this one stranger that you two just have this like undeniable chemistry with. You just click like that. There seems to be no games on either end, and you just get each other pretty quickly. Instead of like the focus being on all of these like surface level things, you're able to like, you know, touch base very deeply and very quickly. And then they become your favorite stranger for that night. You spend time talking to them. You really grow fond of them because you have this amazing rapport. And it's weird because I feel like having and finding a favorite stranger is almost a version of just falling in love with yourself, but also the acceptance that you are, how can I put this? I don't know. It's like you both found complete comfort in one another, which allowed you to find comfort within yourself, making that conversation as streamlined as possible. And I feel like when I come away from conversations like that, I feel like a more loving person. I feel better about myself even. And I look upon that person very fondly. And maybe that's just me. Like, I'm a person who, like, I very highly value great conversation. I try to consider myself a good conversationalist, but I don't know. This all to me felt like it was like a beautiful conversation between strangers with the female vocals. And again, now when I think about favorite strangers, I can also think of the alternative explanation of, you have found solace in a stranger when you couldn't find that at home. Some people, weirdly enough, feel more comfortable giving more of themselves to the outside world, to the external world, than they do to the people around them. And the thing is, you can see very quickly where the holes start to appear, where the problems may arise, because if you are constantly running from people who are closest to you, who would know you the best, and, you know, trying to then reinvent yourself in front of others, your favorite stranger has technically become an escape for you. But paradoxically, that favorite stranger eventually won't become a stranger anymore. They will become a person that you will know, you have potentially frequent correspondence with and whatnot. And then somehow then they have been shifted from the bucket of the stranger into the bucket of people that you had familiarity with before, and your mentality to that person changes because of the way that you view those who are closer to you versus distant from you. And it's a whole argument about one's own ability to be emotionally vulnerable with people who are close to them versus people who don't know them. There's a bit of like fear and those around you seeing your progress or seeing how it is you're doing. But in front of a stranger, you can completely be the perfect version of yourself with none of that prior history. So I think you could view the song potentially through both lenses, but when I think about the concept of a favorite stranger, those are the kinds of things that like come up in my mind. But this one just had me really thinking. So please let me know what your thoughts are on the lyrics and just on this track in general, because I know I took it several different directions, and I think the last one that I want to restate here before jumping into the next track is just the idea that this song, being as dynamic as it was, drew from so many different, not only melodic areas, but I feel like different performance styles. I feel like I got elements of, like I said, Van Morrison in there, Alanis Morissette, Porcupine Tree, Rush, Marillion, of course, but we all know Marillion and Fish are one and the same. Also, a little bit of me got some Deep Purple too, but less of the heaviness, more of the soaring guitar part and the lush atmosphere. Yeah, there's probably more in there, but let's keep it short and sweet. Next song is Waverly Steps. I say short and sweet, but this song is 14 minutes long. But we're in this together. We're enjoying our time.
At the back of the train, he stares out the window. The carriage is empty. Commuting is done. It's the end of the line.
Nice melody once again. Very dark, very minor.
Grasping for memories.
It almost has an augmented feel here.
In fields once familiar, he can't recognize now. The hedgerows are gone, the blackbirds have flown, silencing song. This wasteland belongs to a murder of crows.
That's so cool. What is that effect? Very synthy, very sci-fi-esque.
The rich soil is stolen, the green belt unbuckled. Dirt yellow beer moths belch smoke at the sun.
Wow.
Stark wooden crosses mark out the boundaries. Parcels of promised land passed on by greedy hands, selling dreams almost true. A show house on view, a country domain in all but name as the country's gone.
Dude, what is going on? This is so fun. Also, I have no idea where we're going.
The sticky beads of the body.
What a melody. What a melody. Wow.
Snatched berries from
Wow, it keeps climbing.
Plucked apples from witchy trees. Before the snakes took over paradise and the black dog first appeared.
At some point things were going to change, but wow, what a difference. I was going to say the lyrics all felt like spoken word for real, but sung.
Back in the day with no cares and no worries, it was just about being
The theatricality. Dude, I am falling in love with Fish. It's happening in front of your eyes.
If his eyes. The weight of his
I
world,
feel like I'm in a rock
the
opera.
heaviest burden, crushing his chest and his mind. Out of dreams upon everything,
This
out
is,
of hope comes the lies.
this is unbelievable.
He woke up to the vision, chased the dark to the night.
Yeah. Feels like the gates of heaven are opening here. Very climactic. All of the trumpets.
Honed in on the goal, he
Yeah.
took off like a rocket. It's the targets he set out to achieve. He'd arrive on the scene like a well-timed explosive. Competition was all blown away. High on the crest of a wave of champagne, grabbing the headlines, seizing the day, taking his bows to a wall of applause. His charm and his guile, the key to opening doors, racking up bonuses, counting the spoils. He was a fast-track millionaire, lost in a blind of success and ambition. He didn't belong anywhere. He hid in his heart, alone in the darkness, and fought back the tears from his eyes. The weight of his world, the heaviest burden, crushing his chest and his mind. Sometimes dreams are not everything.
Wow, the songwriting.
Held in the realm of the helpless, in the jaws of the dog in the night.
How are the highs getting higher?
Desperate for love, a guardian angel to seal up the cracks in his soul, to build him a home and lighten his burden, to walk off the top from his door. She appeared in a sun-kissed field, wildflowers in her hair.
This song is definitely overwhelming me. There's just so much that's been going on here. I really appreciate the structure and the slow, burning, growing intensity. And like I've been trying to track this story, and I can tell that this character has been going through a lot and will continue to go through more. Definitely a few of the details for me are falling through the cracks. So like I've got the lyrics on the side to try to figure out what's all going on. But I'm really loving this journey so far. This feels like an epic, and this, for all intents and purposes, may just be one of Fish's standard songs too. I don't know how these tracks are ranked amongst the Fish world or anything, but like typically in most of the musical worlds you'll inhabit, a 14-minute song is going to be one of that band's epics. Even in the prog world, that is going to be rather lengthy. I feel like the song has just so much jam-packed into it. And I've even mentioned this before in my previous Fish reaction, but Fish's music is very dense. With any bite that you take, you're going to have so many layers at any given moment. And of course, that doesn't just happen in any one moment. It persists across time, creating a very amorphous and complicated track that grows. And at certain points, I'm able to like reference back to the previous sections, and I'm like able to establish the structure a bit. But if you are unable to see the forest from the trees, which in some moments that's how I'm feeling, then you're still in this wondrous like dark forest of a song. I don't know. I'm enjoying this so much.
Wildflowers in her hair, with a black hound beside her, of which he wasn't aware.
Oh,
They married on an The black dog lay between them every evening.
I love it so much.
In the silence, the word or words that could be said. The bonuses were missing.
It's a perfect melodic playground.
Checks had disappeared. There was no fire left within him. It was time to take his leave. The unborn child was counted as a blessing.
Dude, I'm gonna destroy my desk. This song is so good.
The unborn child was counted as a blessing.
Very,
The
very
curse
harmonic
of
minor.
lies, a testament of hate. The dogs of war were gathered. The lawyers loosed from chains to strip him of his dignity and tar him with the blame. He left the house in the twilight of the morning.
Oh,
His
bro.
briefcase in the unlocked cabriolet.
Discovering music like this is what it is all about. That's why this channel exists.
Retiring from the fray.
Among the other reasons for it to exist, but god damn.
Possessions was all he dared to take away. Abandoning the memories he stole away.
Oh, now where to? Oh my god. All of these expanses that we keep discovering. It's like taking the fairy rings in
Stepped off the
OSRS.
grid and fell out the system. Pitched up his life in a derelict siding, rusting under the stars. Gathering strawberries, plundering apple trees, he lived off the land as the moons crossed the skies. In the first winter sun, with the fires dead and gone, the black dog returned. He followed the rails to the bright city lights.
I've had chills for 30 minutes. It's too good.
From the Waverley Steps, he stares at the station, tied to the black dog, faithful beside him at the end of the line. Catching the coins from weary commuters, tossed to the hollow of a long empty coffee cup, counting the cost of all that he's lost, all that sustains, while snowflakes melt softly on the cold steel rails.
James, this is everything. This has it all. The technicals, the feels, the story, the richness, the production melodically. I love the dynamicism. I love that the electric here, it's almost a bit subdued relative to everything else, but it's still brewing, it's still gorgeous, it's still soaring, but it's capped at that ceiling a little bit. It hasn't broken fully through yet. Gorgeous all the same. So I cannot help but think of Rush, Porcupine Tree, and all those bands. Wow, dude, wow. Caligula's Horse, all the prog. God. Wow. I am down to do all the fish reactions. I feel like I'm journeying into a new universe listening to this. Has a cosmic edge to it. And we crash land on Earth. What an insane song. I definitely did not pick up on all of the details on this pass. Considering hearing it for the first time, there's just so much involved in picking all of the pieces up for this one. But dude, it is so rich with detail. I hope I got a lot of it. I also hope I didn't get a lot of it. I want to keep listening to a song like this. And that's just the beauty of a lot of like prog music in general, is there's always going to be more for you to discover on subsequent re-listens. Man, oh man. Like, I really don't know where to begin with a song like that. I will say I love the melodic palette that this song used throughout. A lot of it was dark and minor, but would occasionally brighten up and take kind of ambiguous lateral steps to investigate other worlds, but not fully depart from a place where like we would be atonal, let's say. We still are firmly in like scales that most of us are familiar with, especially if you're a prog lover and listener. But all the same, it's a challenge to wrap your whole brain around, and I love challenges too. But the thing is, it doesn't just challenge me intellectually, it also moves me emotionally. It comes from the melody too, but I feel like this on like a re-listen of this song, more of the lyrics, more of the actual story of this man's journey that ended in seemingly just complete depression and loss, you know, how that full story shook out. I think I have more to say, but I just want to hear more from Fish, honestly. So let's jump into the final track. This actually is one of Fish's live recordings of Incubus. So let's check this out. The first two were studios. What a groove. Listen to that tempo. Yeah. Floating ahead, perfume shift within the stammering silence. The face that launched the fountain. I love the swagger in this. By a porcelain tea. I sing career. Come on. Louder! You played this scene before. You played this scene before. I the mote in your eye. I the mote in your eye. On this face reaction. Reaction. don't know how to describe this one. I feel like in my arms tonight. Do you know that song? Who's that by? In my arms tonight. I'm thinking like Phil Collins, kind of. I want to hold you in my arms tonight. Is that the one? What is that? There is a specific melody that I'm recalling. I don't know where it comes from. And in addition, there's a vocal melody that I'm reminded of, and there is a separate, I know it's in a different song, a separate like guitar riff, a rock kind of song that I'm reminded of in this big riff, that kind of movement. I really wish I could place either, because this is like a sort of style that I like. Those two songs that I'm like thinking of, I don't listen to them often, so that's why they don't come to my mind. And I feel like the combination of those two is a style that doesn't exist in anything but the mainstream, weirdly enough, though there are all of these like details that are very progressive underneath. So I don't know, it has like a lot of classic rock fuel in it, but it is still somehow, some way cleanly in prog. My brain is breaking trying to figure all this out. Brain wants to say Phil Collins, but then it shifts and now we're not there anymore. In pornographic images in which you will always be the stars. That's romantic, I guess. Oh, unapproachable. Constant in the darkness, in the darkness. Gotta open it. Nursing an erection, a misplaced reaction, with no flower to place before this gravestone, and the walls become. I love the bass melody there. But that would only be developing the negative view. I do notice stylistically, if in all three of these songs, there will be moments where the progression will bounce between two chords. One will be seemingly the root note of like the minor scale, and the next will be something that feels more augmented or in that separate land. So it's almost like you're kind of alternating feels between each step, like left foot in, right foot out, that kind of thing. Would only be developing the negative view, and you have to be exposed in voyeuristic color. Oh, public out. Let you model your shame on the mannequin catwalk, catwalk. Let the cats walk. Oh, and this cat walks. What? This is such a fun riff too, by the way. Infinitely loopable. The moons in your eye, a misplaced reaction, a satisfaction. Oh goodness! Oh my god! Into the electric, dude! I love it all. Oh, it's everything. This is what theater is all about. It's what prog rock is all about. You can brush me under the carpet.
You can't hide me under the stairs.
It's like Phil Collins, Genesis,
The custodian of
Electric
your
Light Orchestra.
private fears. Your leading actor of yesterday. Whose you crawled out
Dude,
of the eyes of obscurity, sentenced
the aliens.
to rejection in the morass of anonymity.
It's crazy because like these alien voices, like they're pulling me up, and then Fish's voice grounding me, pulling me down. It is such an interesting set of textures here, as well as the interval across these pitches. We are expressing a lot of depth just in two elements, my friends.
Eyes of obscurity, sentenced to rejection in the morass of anonymity. You who are directed with a lover's will. You who are led hypnotize the lens. You who are led bathe in the spotlight's
This
glare.
has the potential to like be so intense from here.
You who wiped me from your memory like a grease paint mask. Just like a grease paint mask.
Oh, it had to happen. I'm so glad it's happening this way. Oh my god, the emotion imbued in those strings is everything, dude. This is what soaring melodic guitar is. Just pulls you out of any emotional rut and sends you into the skies. Oh, cool. Oh, and the duel. Sorry for my camera, guys. But we gotta keep listening to this. Oh my god, oh my god. What on God's green earth is Fish?
But now I'm the snake in the grass, and the ghost of pale wheels pass. I am the producer
Oh my word.
of your nightmare, and this performance has just begun.
I'm
This has
speechless,
just
guys.
begun.
I wish my camera wasn't
I have
speechless.
just begun. Begun.
Back.
This has just begun. This has just begun.
About time, man. Electric guitar that does this. Oh yeah. Oh, he's into it. He's into it.
Waiting for a promise.
chills all over. What an experience this is.
You have played it all before. Mr. David Payne on the bass guitar, Kevin Wilkins on the drums there. On guitars, Frank Usher, Robin Bolt. On the keyboards, Mr. Mickey Sima.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I feel bad about this reaction because I feel like I was so focused on trying to figure out a lot of what was going on that a lot of my emotional feeling about how this song kind of felt and how these songs felt and touched me is now kind of coming up to the surface, where I feel more emotional now after the fact. But my God, I love music like this. I love when the guitars, they soar. I love when the vocals, they match that soaring. And even if there's moments of dual guitar, technically there's triple guitar. When you add the third voice in there, it feels like this beautiful triple helix formation where every element is trying to one up each other, all in service of making the song pack that much more of an emotional punch. And that's more in the obvious moments of when the electric guitar is soaring above. But if you apply that same logic to any combination of elements that inhabit these tracks, you can find that same relationship brewing, because uniquely enough, any given section in one of these songs feels like it's in the slow burn part, and there will be a sort of like discontinuous jump where then the slow burn will continue, but the floor has risen. And I've tried to draw these like intensity charts before that track the dynamics of a song, and oftentimes the songs will start kind of lower and then they'll rise, they'll fall again, but the floor is higher and then they will ascend, and by the final chorus everything's at its peak and then things subside. I feel like with Fish there's a bit of a different structure that happens. Not every single song, I'm sure there's great variety obviously, but I notice a pattern of you have a sort of start and end point, call it like 0 to 20, and that will be like the first 20% of a song where there's that gradual increase, and then at that 21% mark there's going to be a discontinuous jump, maybe 10% higher, and then that percentage will track up another 10% in intensity over the next 20% of the song. I don't know why I started to word it in this way. I believe I confused all of you, but just just imagine that. Here, actually don't imagine nothing. I'm going to open up Paint. We're going to do this the good old-fashioned way. One moment, please. So I need to be more prepared in moments like this where I want to start painting things. So imagine this is what is happening here. We are going to take our pencil and draw the chart. So x-axis being the time, the runtime of the song, the y-axis being the intensity. So we'll do int for that. The range goes from 0 to 100, and each of these little lines demarcates a minute of the song, just to give a rough example. And from the, we'll do this like this. You'll have that. This is the first kind of segment of the song I'm describing. It's a slow burn, it's a linear increase, and then from the second segment all of a sudden there's a discontinuous jump here to there, and then you can imagine another discontinuous jump here to there, and there may be other like movements in the song. It's not just like only rising, but if you were to like try to do some calculus on this, it would be very impossible to, because you have these, and we'll do this in red, these discontinuous jumps. This one I drew wrong. Anyways, this is why I don't do this on the fly. I'm just doing my best over here to try to explain why that was all so awesome and still failing at it. I don't know. Maybe that's just the experience of your early on Fish listening days, where you just hear so much greatness that even though you're subconsciously able to recognize it's all greatness, it's harder to articulate why it's just so great. And I feel like you could just say that about pretty much all of the details in a Fish song. So please let me know what I may be missing in the comment section down below. But what's very clear is that I love Fish. I will love to react to more Fish. So if you are interested, you can make a reaction request yourself using the first link in the description box below, or you can scan this QR code on the screen. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care and peace.